Hey TMFG community, Carlo Cansino here with John Iaconetti. And in today's Ask TMFG episode, John will be discussing the first home savings account. So as a reminder, if you do like our videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Perhaps give us a comment or just give us a like. In today's episode, we'll be discussing the first home savings account. In the federal budget announced in March, they talked about the first home savings account being available April 1st. And there's been a lot of questions that we've received in the office, so we thought we'd answer a lot of those questions, perhaps give some more information that you may be wondering yourselves out there. John?
Yeah, a lot of hype about the first home savings account, as much hype as you could possibly get about a investment account.
Exactly.
But we've been getting a lot of questions coming in, and we figure we can do a video today to hopefully ease some of those questions or provide some answers there. The first home savings account is a brand new account offered in Canada as of April 1st in 2023. This account is eligible for people that are over the age of 18 and it's best suited for people that are saving for a first-time home purchase. You can contribute $8,000 in this first year to the first home savings account, up to a lifetime maximum of $40,000. Like the RSP and TFSA, there is contribution room there that will roll over to future years if you don't use it. And the first home savings account is going to be very much like a hybrid between the RSP and the tax-free savings. So like a tax-free savings, any sort of growth that is accumulating within that account is going to be tax-free. Like an RSP, any contributions you make now to a first home savings account are tax deductible. Now that's a big one for a lot of young Canadians out there, at least being able to put away some money towards a house purchase, but also able to benefit from the tax write-off as well on the contributions on your income for that tax year.
John, just a question.
Yes.
The government is already providing us with the home buyers plan, and that's being able to withdraw from an RRSP as a first-time home purchase, and you're able to pull out of the RRSP without having to pay tax on the RRSP as on the withdrawal, as long as you put the money back in within the next 15 years. If you take advantage of the home buyers plan withdrawal, can you still participate in the first home savings account?
Yes, you can. And the reason why they are a little bit different is the first home savings account doesn't have that required payback that the RSP does. So the RSP, like you mentioned, in the home buyers plan in the RSP, up to $35,000 you're allowed to withdraw, but they treat that like a loan to yourself.
Right.
So you are forced to then pay back that loan over the next 15 years over that course of time. The first home savings account doesn't have that feature. So whatever you put into this account and you use to take out and put on a down payment on that first time home purchase is not required to be paid back.
Thanks. I'm sure there was a lot of people out there that were wondering the same thing. I've got an RSP. I don't know if I have enough money to put into a first home savings account. If I do both, well, can I do both? So that's great. I'm glad you were able to clarify that.
Now, in the situation where you don't end up using the first home savings account for exactly what it's intended to be for that first home purchase, you could actually then transfer the amount of money to an RRSP down the road. So if you're making those contributions, and let's say hypothetically, you end up putting away $40,000 and don't end up using that amount of money, it's not all for naught. You are able to still use that now more towards your retirement planning. Once you do open the first home savings account, it can remain active for up to 15 years. So you have 15 years to do these contributions and have the account open. After that 15-year period, you are required to either liquidate the amount of money, which would then be taxable, or move it to an RSP, which would be still tax-free because it's moving from a first home savings account to the RSP.
Question. If you don't have RSP contribution room, can you still do the transfer from the first home savings account if you're not using the first home savings account balance for a house purchase?
Yeah, so that's exactly how it will work. You can transfer the amount from the first home savings account into your RSP regardless of your RSP contribution room. So they are treated as separate in the eyes of the CRA.
Perfect. Again, I appreciate the answer. I'm sure a lot of people had that question out in the audience.
Yeah, so if you do have further questions about the first home savings account or looking to get one set up for yourself or even for a loved one, reach out to our office. We'd be happy to help. First home savings accounts will become available at Assante a bit later in the quarter, likely in June, but no better way to start than to at least begin to ask the questions and see if it could be a right fit for you.
Thanks, John. I think this just goes to show us that the government realizes how hard it is for first-time homebuyers to get into the real estate market. And with a vehicle like the First Home Savings Plan and continuing on with the Home Buyers Plan, it just gives young people that leg up to get started to get into that first home. So that's our episode of Ask TMFG. Let us know in the comments section, what do you think about the First Home Savings Plan? Are you excited about it as much as we are? Is this something that you're going to be taking advantage of very soon? Anything that you'd like to share with us, we'd appreciate. Until next time, I'm Carlo Cansino.
I'm John Iaconetti.
And this has been Ask TMFG.